I thought it might have been somebody watching online.
Last week I got
When you scream like that, people tend to get alarmed. Bingo amongst yourselves. Good. 30 seconds. And go. So that I love you.
People like, this is there he is. You really don't know that. You're sitting there, right?
That is so cool.
Okay, everybody, grab a seat, and we'll get started. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off and stay off your cell phones, and please only one person speaks at a time. We talked about this again this week in some of our educational groups. When you speak, please speak loudly so everybody can hear you, because what you have to say is important. Even though you may not think it's important, it's important. We do sign proof of attendance slips. Leave them out in the hallway there in our little green box, and you can pick them up when we're done with our discussion. The only thing we ask of everybody here is just to be honest. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. And as always, please meet somebody new tonight that you haven't met before. Lastly, well, two things. One, please refrain from getting up and walking out during the meeting while it's in progress. And two, if you unfortunately choose to smoke or vape, which I hope you quit, I say that all the time as a disclaimer, can you please not do those things in front of our hallway or when the door opens out there so nobody has to smell that? Because Ron doesn't like it. Okay, who is our lifestyles of recovery?
I do. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Number 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. And 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Awesome. Is there anybody here who's at a Racing for Recovery meeting tonight for the first time? Any first timers? All right. Thanks for coming out tonight. What we do at all of our meetings is everybody very loudly and clearly is going to get an opportunity to say who you are, why you're here, and how we can help you. I never get tired of saying this, and it's absolutely true. It's not required that you introduce yourself as an addict or an alcoholic here. We don't view people as such. We view people as kind, awesome, intelligent, caring people who did some bad things while they were drinking or drugging. But that doesn't have to define you. So if you need to say you're an addict for your own recovery, go ahead and do it. But at Racing for Recovery, it's not required. Joe, go ahead.
My name is Joe. I come here to get inspired, and this is where my friends and family are. And every Thursday has become my routine, and it's helped me to stay consistently sober and consistently awesome, if I do say so myself.
That's what we do here. Tyler, go ahead.
I'm Tyler, and I come for the inspiration.
I'm Jay. I come here, like Joe said, for my friends and family. But I'm also here to learn, because with everybody that comes in here, I learn something different from each and every one of them.
I'm Janice Jacobs' mom, and I'm here to give and get support and stand up.
I'm Tom. I'm Mike's dad. I'm here to support Mike and anybody else that might need my support. And I come because I love hearing a new story every time I come in and get something positive out of it.
I'm Kim, I'm Mike's mom. I'm here to support him and everyone in this program, and because it's Thursday.
I'm Mike, and I'm here because spending my days at this building is just how I keep growing.
And I'm Kelly, I'm Tyler's mom, and I'm here to support him in his recovery.
Dan, just here for support and recovery.
I'm Allie, and I'm here to learn.
Ma'am, go ahead.
I'm Rachel. I'm here for probation, but I mean, I need the help too.
Cool, good.
I'm Marlon, and I'm here to learn, and this is what I do every Thursday.
Awesome, dude.
I'm Sherry, I'm here to learn as well.
My name is Eric, and I'm here because this is where the healing in my life began.
I'm Courtney, and I'm here to surround myself with friends and sober peers.
My name's Patrick, and I'm here because I'm actually excited about my life now and what the future holds.
I'm Andy, and I'm here because this awesome place keeps me happy, healthy, and sober.
I'm Mike. I keep coming back because without the, sorry, I'm a little emotional, but the amazing support that I get through the staff here and everybody that comes through here, I let me get through some of the things that I do get through. Thank you guys very much.
I'm Robin. I come here because I value my life today.
Hi, I'm Betty. I come to racing because I'm changing my life. And also because we had lasagna today to celebrate mine and a couple other people's 30 days. I love you, CJ and Angel.
I'm Jake, and I'm new to the program, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Will. I'm here for the positive environment and to also keep balance.
I'm Jill, first time. I'm just here to learn.
I'm Karen, and I'm Bill's wife, and I'm here to learn also.
I'm Brandy, I'm here for the positivity.
I'm Sierra, I'm here for support.
I'm Albert, and I'm here to learn also.
I'm Ashley, and I'm here because I like to check out different meetings.
I'm Ron. I'm here to support Racing for Recovery and my two sons.
Hi, I'm going to be the Debbie Downer. My name's Stephanie, and I come here tonight because I'm sad. I'm sad of people hurting themselves, killing themselves. Last week, it's horrible. And that brings me back to Dan Wynn, you know? And I just, it's just so stupid. I mean, I know I know it's not, it is stupid, but being, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Steph, you're here and that's what counts right now, right?
I'm going to stand up too. My name's Sandy. I'm a mom of 2 adult addict sons in recovery, thank you, God, and for this meeting. We've been coming to this meeting for years and years. And when we walked in the doors, we were lost. We didn't know what to do. Thought we were the only parents in the world dealing with this terrible issue of addiction. But anyways, Racing for Recovery pulled us through it and our family. And I just want to thank Racing for Recovery and Todd for making all this happen. But parents, don't give up. Friends, don't give up on your loved ones. Just hang in there. Keep coming back. This place will help you get through it, and it's going to bring you hope.
It's going to be good tonight. Mike, go ahead.
Mike, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm Alexis, and I'm here because I want to make a difference in my life.
I'm Ashley, and I'm here for inspiration and hope.
My name's Kelly, and I keep coming back because this is where the healing happens.
I'm Melissa, and I have to continually remind myself that you can't control other people's actions, you can only control your own.
Well said.
I am Lisa, I'm here to give support.
I'm Brooks, I'm here because getting clean by myself did not work.
Justin, this place helps me stay on track.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Jody, and I'm here because there was more to my life than just putting down the drugs and the alcohol. You know, I know you say it every week, and I just finally heard what you said today, Todd, is that no matter who I was today, I'm just intelligent and awesome and an amazing human being, and I value that today.
And your hair looks awesome too.
Thanks. It was hard to cut it. It was hard, but I got it.
I'm Roger, and I just love this place.
I'm Therese. I'm here to keep learning, to help my son, and to keep celebrating his life of sobriety.
I'm Jim. I originally came to obviously support my son. Now I come because I'm selfish, so I come here for me. I'm also here to ask everybody for support because on October 27th I'm going to have a terrible ankle sprain. A lot of you people to support. Thank you. I can see.
My name's Matt, and I'm here because we're all worth it, and it's nice to see all my friends all the time.
I'm Kevin. I'm waiting for my son to walk in these doors one of these days.
I'm Katie, and I originally started coming here as a school assignment, and I realized how I could apply this to like my life and with a family member we have struggling. I was glad I got to bring my parents, and they're getting some help along the way.
Yeah.
I'm Denise, and I'm thankful that Katie found this program and invited us to come. I look at Thursdays now as Hope Day. No matter what's going on during the week, if something has to give, I won't give up Thursday nights. That's non-negotiable.
I'm Andrew. I love coming here, and I love being sober, and this is the place to stay sober. I'm glad everyone is here. This place is just, it's amazing. Even though I can just come on Thursday nights, and sometimes I don't, and I watch it, I still am inspired, and I love learning from everybody, because it helped me with my family not accepting me that I've changed. They still look at me as the person in the past, and I'm still dealing with that. But when I come here, it helps me learn from everyone else to see how their families have changed.
Yeah, man. Wow.
I'm Renee, and I continue to come here because this place showed me forgiveness for what Megan had done and put the pieces of our family back together again. And it gives me fun nights like last night when we just go have dinner, and she's just she's fun to be around.
And I'm her grandmother, and I'm here because she's here.
I'm Megan. I'm here because this place has really helped me get to where I am today, but I still have a lot of a way to go. And I also come because I love to sit by my grandmother and have her warm my hands up when they're cold. I know right where to go every time I'm
Rebecca. I'm here because it's Thursday and I support my husband.
Hi everybody, I'm Joe. I come to Racing for Recovery because it has literally become my second family. It's given me the tools to stay sober and take on all life's hardships. And seeing everybody come here on Thursday night gives me hope and makes me realize that I'm not going through this alone.
This is Kendall. She's here to support her mom.
Hi, Kendall.
And I'm Heather. I come here to remind myself that I'm not the only one and that I'm not alone. And I also come here to remind myself why I am doing what I'm doing when the demons in my head are louder than my goals.
Well said. Jen.
I'm Jen. I'm here because I learn something every time I come here that I can apply to my life and to be around all these people.
Yeah.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here to continue working on a better me and to make sure that Jim shows up on the 28th to run the 5. And because I might not be here next Thursday, I have 1 year of continuous sobriety.
Yeah. Where are you going to be?
Hopefully, we're going to go see Metallica.
Oh.
With you, Dad.
I'm Diane, Jordan and Corey's mom, and I would always listen when Sandy would introduce herself and say she's the mother of 2 recovering addicts, and I waited a year to be able to say that, and now I can say
Sad.
Sad?
No.
No, I'm happy. Corey's here and Jordan's here, and it's nice to come here. They actually show up somewhere, and I'm hoping Thanksgiving and Christmas this year will be the first time they ever show up to my house. So I'm looking forward to a holiday when they actually show up.
Warming. Hi, I'm Penny. I'm Bobby's mom. And everybody told me if you keep coming and you keep coming on Thursdays, things will change. And I came alone. I came with my husband. Early on, I came with my son. My son kind of fell off the radar for a little bit, but I kept showing up. And I showed up, and my son is sitting next to me, and I am ecstatic. So here we start again.
So I'm Bobby, and I just love coming here. And, it's actually a blessing to be sitting here, because in an absence that should have never happened, anything could have happened out there. But I'm here, sitting next to my mom and everyone, all my friends. And
Good.
I'm Joe, and I truly need to be here today. If I wasn't here today, I would have started this downward spiral to losing everything and everyone I love and care about.
Jenny.
I'm Jenny. I'm here to support this wonderful program and hear all the inspiring stories. And where else would you be on Thursday?
I'm Scott, and I'm here because I'm grateful to be sober.
I'm Chris, and I'm here because this place helps me to continue being a better person.
I'm Jen, and I'm here for the support, the love, and to keep coming back for all the right reasons I choose to.
I'm Jeff. I'm here for just some much needed help.
I'm Wesley. I'm here for the inspiration and aspirations of hope.
I'm Mike. I'm here for support and to find a better way of life.
I'm Junior. I am here because there's other meetings out there, but I just never felt comfortable in them.
You feel comfortable here?
Yes, sir.
You should. Sir, wait a minute. It's good to have you, buddy.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I'm Joyce, and I'm here to save my life. And, you know, it's worth it.
Heck yeah.
I'm Danny, and I enjoy learning here.
We love, love, love being a mama. And our family was in such chaos when our son was in addiction about 3 or 4 years ago.
And Racing for Recovery helped me by the caring and sharing with this group to love him in a different way, to edit our behavior and not necessarily change, but to know how to support him the best way. And I will continue doing that no matter what.
I'm Randy. Next Tuesday will be 3 years anniversary that I lost my daughter. And I come in here to heal, to be inspired, and because this is one of the few places I feel just total love and acceptance. So.
I'm Justin, I'm here for support.
I'm Carol. I'm here experiences for recovery.
My name's Tony. It's like my third Thursday. Recovery to me is about perspective, and if I sit around in my own head, that perspective can get twisted quite a bit. So I come around here and hear the stories of hope, hear the stories of positive, and it helps me out a lot to keep coming back.
My name's Taylor. I'm here for the support and the positivity and to continue my sobriety and be a good mom to my son.
My name's Drew. I'm here to listen and learn and just be in a positive
for recovery because it helps me deal with life's hardships. And there's been a lot of them lately, so I was reminded by a good friend of mine today that it's awesome to know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
I'm Corey. I come to Racing for Recovery not just because it's pretty cool, but because the people in this room and this building have taken my initial hope and optimism of that good things are going to happen to an assurance that good things will happen as long as I don't drink, basically.
Yeah. Bruce.
Hi, I'm Bruce. I'm here to learn and to support the group. And I've also used the inspiration of this group in my own life to actually sign up for the 5K. I pretty much hated running my entire life. I've probably run a total of 15 miles my entire life. But although I'm in a pretty decent shape, I do a lot of biking in that. So I didn't want, the other thing that inspired me was ever since I did the walk last year instead of the run, I've pretty much been telling myself, you're a wuss.
I'm Gail, and I come here to support this program, and started coming here a little over a year ago after the loss of our daughter. And this program has helped me put the broken pieces back together, not quite knowing what to do with the sadness and all of that. And I can honestly say, I've turned the corner. I can look back at her life and not think about the bad stuff that went along with her addiction, but remember what kind of girl she was. And it wasn't about the addiction. It was. I remember her, and that's what I want everybody else to do.
I'm Rachel. I'm here because this is where I've met some pretty amazing people, and this is where my friends and family are. So I just love this place.
Wow. Go ahead, buddy.
Call me?
Yeah.
My name's Anthony. I'm here because this program and recovery has changed my life. Toledo's my new home from Cleveland, Ohio. I just want to tell my mom I love her if she's watching.
Hey, Mom. That's great.
So, yeah, with that, I'll pass.
That's cool, man. That's good.
I'm Chris, and I'm here because Racing for Recovery has been saving lives since 2001, and mine is definitely one of them. And like hearing that lady, the young lady in the back, talk about her 2 sons and coming here for years, and just stories like that just inspire me and motivate me to keep coming. And it's just amazing to hear everyone talk. And when I incorporate our lifestyle, not Racing for Recovery's lifestyle, it's our lifestyle,
that's right,
into my life, everything is better. So.
Well said, brother.
My name is Chris. I'm here first because there's a bunch of people in this room that I genuinely love, and it just makes sense to be in this room. And secondly, and you guys kind of messed up letting me go at the end because like I get to hear all this, it builds my spirit up. But you know, I'm here because it's clear to me that none of my accomplishments, positive accomplishments, have been done without support, without you guys. And also none of the hard times I've got through without picking up or self-destructing, I've got through without you guys. So, like, it makes sense. And we drive, if you ever drive by like a nice, beautiful house or home, you don't think about, you see the house, but you don't think about the insulation that keeps those people warm inside. You don't think about the bricks, the foundation that hold it up, the 4x4s. You guys are my 4x4s. You guys are my insulation. You guys are my brick, my foundation. My wife is too.
I'm Jessica. I continue coming to Racing for Recovery. Just really grateful for the life I have today, and I know that I wouldn't have it without Racing for Recovery. I just know that.
Hi, I'm Susan, and you know what? I'm sad too. Just like the lady in the back, right there next to Sandy. You know what? I'm sad too. I am. And I wanna do things the right way. I wanna learn to do things the right way. That's what I want.
My name's Corey. I come to Racing for Recovery because nowhere else has worked for me, and also to see my family. Wow.
I'm Jessica. I come to Racing for Recovery because I love it here. Everyone is really amazing. I feel right at home. Every day I learn something new from like each and every one of you. It's teaching me how to be a good mom to my daughter, a good daughter to my parents, good sister. It's just really inspiring here. I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
My name's Michelle, and I'm here to support my walk.
Awesome.
My name's Kirsten. I'm here to find that light that addiction stole from me.
My name's Jennifer, and I come here because this works, and I have 5 months today.
Hey.
I'm Sydney, and I'm blessed to be here, and I'm here because when I'm here, I'm surrounded by love, and I love you all, and you guys are my family when I'm not with my family, so, yeah.
And how many questions do you get to ask me per month? One.
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm here to support my son Joe, and I come to Racing for Recovery because when Joe was in his addiction, we were lost, we were broken, and this place helped put us back together.
I'm Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everyone else here, and to hopefully take what I learned here and help others.
I'm Sandy, and I'm here just to keep continued hope.
My name's Keith. I'm here to make a change and here for the support and learn and discover new things about myself.
My name is Greg, and I'm here because I find this place very interesting.
Interesting word, Greg.
My name's Shelby. This is becoming a consistent part of my Thursday night. I'm here to change some of my bad habits and to save myself and hopefully to save my family as well. My name's Elizabeth. I'm new to this program. In the short time I've been coming around, I've already met some really amazing people and learned a lot about myself. So I come here to get support and to find hope and inspiration. And I want to say hi to my mom too. I know she's watching. And her unconditional love, it got me here. So I'm really full of gratitude.
Wow. Wow.
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm here hopefully to get some inspiration to make some positive changes in my life.
I'm Brendan, and I keep coming here to keep my sanity, especially when stuff isn't going very well. It's really easy for me to lose focus and I needed to keep people around me to help keep me grounded. And the people that I met here, they tend to see the things that are coming before I do. It's like, sometimes I think like a job interview is going good, then I wake up in a cornfield talking to a scarecrow. It's not really how I thought it was. So things aren't always as they seem, but thanks to my support system, my will to stay sober, and the guidance from this program, I don't have to live that way anymore. And life is great.
Still trying to take in the scarecrow comment? I'm in awe of just what transpires in this building. It's a privilege to be here, and we have a slogan that with sobriety anything is possible, so I want to do something that we get to help a lot of people. So I know Jim's going to have a terrible accident on October 27th, so he can't run the race on October 28th, so why don't we move the race to October 26th?
Come on. I already got the pothole picked out. I'm playing this.
And for those that don't know us well enough yet, we use humor in here because it's a good thing to do, is to laugh, man. Laughter is a key part of life. It's definitely a part of recovery, so do some of that when you're around here. Who has Dee's poem, The Answer?
I do. The Answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons rock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Awesome. A couple of quick announcements. There's 944 people already signed up for our race. That's awesome. We're hoping at least by the weekend we're going to hit 1,000. Since the first year we had this, I think there was 213 people that did it our first year, and every year I would say, we're going to get 1,000 next year. We're going to get 1,000 next year. It took us 17 years to get that, but it's awesome. We'll have at least 1,000 people out there. And I don't know for you guys, but for me personally, that's been a goal that we've been chasing for literally 17 years. So that's pretty cool. And it's another tie-in that I want to talk about tonight. The benefits of longevity and sobriety. And I also want to talk about the longevity and sobriety. And my dear friend and a man that I respect tremendously, Mike, reminded me of another accomplishment that he has achieved in his 10 months, and how hard I've watched him endure some of the stuff he's been going through lately, and he did it sober. It's just a reminder to me that it's not a quick fix. Sobriety is not, I completed an IOP session, I'm good. It's not 90 and 90. It's never ending. There's never a point, to me, this is just personally, there's never a point of, I made it. Never. If you ever think you made it, I think you're in some trouble. You just don't know it yet. It takes time to reach these milestones that are awesome. When I hear, the sadness that Stephanie was talking about and Sue's going through, the one thing comes to my mind is just the consistency in sobriety stops. That's why the sadness comes most often. People are sad because they chose to use again. I can deal with somebody that's sad and doesn't choose to use. You can continue your longevity and sobriety if you raise your hand and say, I want some help. If you use, you add to the sadness. So we don't have to have sadness. We can have awesomeness. Hard times in sobriety? Yes. So let's talk about the concept of like what it really takes to get better and stay better and the benefits of that longevity and sobriety, because there are a ton of them. Yes, ma'am?
I think the biggest thing that has been fundamental in my sobriety is honesty. I have to be honest with myself, and I have to be willing to look at me and deal with some pain, some emotional things that I have stuffed away and have pretended like they don't bother me anymore. I don't have feelings, I don't have emotions. But that, for me, that all starts with honesty. You know, I honestly have to say, okay, yeah, this happened and it hurt me. I did this to this person and I have shame from it. I did this to this person and I feel guilty for it. Because if I don't identify with exactly who Jody is in here, I can fix all this out here. All this out here. But this in here is what it's going to take for all this out here to remain who I wanted. You know, to remain the person that I want to be. You know, I don't want to keep hurting my family. I don't want to keep hurting my children. I don't want to keep lying to myself, lying to other people. You know, I said it in this room before, but like, truly, honestly, my addiction has affected my family probably 10 times more than it's affected me.
You're right.
And that's some hard stuff to be honest about. That people that I love and innocent children and just innocent people in my active addiction have suffered consequences for my actions. And that's rough. That's hard to sit down with another human being, let alone 100 other people in this room, and you know, say I haven't always been the best person and I haven't always made the best decisions, but with sobriety and with honesty and being willing to take people's suggestions on what may enhance the quality of my life, I know on a day-to-day basis, sometimes on a moment-to-moment basis, I will eventually get better. You know, the only way to quit creating wreckage, in your past is to quit creating wreckage in the now.
Absolutely.
And as long as I don't continue to do that and try to be the best person that I can possibly be and enhance the quality of other people's lives, including mine, instead of taking from other people's lives, including mine, that's the best start I have right now. And that's exactly where I'm at.
Melissa, go ahead.
I am 30 days out from my 1,000 days, so I've been thinking about that a lot lately, about like how I did that. And I think it began, I had to forgive the person that I was, because I'm not that person anymore, but I had to learn that I wasn't that person, that I'm a completely different person. That person did bad stuff, but now I can fill my life with positivity. And I work a lot of third shift, so I don't get to get to as many meetings as I did in the beginning, but that was crucial. In the beginning, I didn't miss, or tried not to miss, you know, one meeting a week. I wanted to be here because I needed to get better for myself, for everything else, and for my family. But now I have to remember the other tactics, exercise and friendship, reaching out to people when I can't get to meetings, because sometimes, you know, life gets in the way.
1,000 days, 4 years? 3 years? 4 years?
365 in a year, Todd.
That's awesome. What's that?
365 in a year, Todd. I know we had one of your thoughts soon, but I'm already at 8 for effort.
It's that Northview education coming back here, right? That's a long time. Did you have your hand up, Mike?
Yeah.
Do you want to rip on me some more? Or?
No, I can do that via text later on. The biggest thing for me, I'm coming up on a pretty significant anniversary down the road here, has been learning how to be in touch with my emotions and not allowing my emotions to, whether they be good, bad, or ugly, drive me into the negative light and staying in that positive light, because it used to be easy for me to be happy and go do something that I shouldn't be doing. And it's really easy when you're pushed to the negative to go run and try to find that negative to try to bring your life back into balance. I love the fact that you said that, made that comment about laughter, because there is 3 things that we should do every day. Number 1 is laugh. Number 2 is think and spend some time in thought. Number 3 is to have your emotions move to tears. And that came from a guy who was dying of cancer, Jim Valvano. I can't imagine the emotional range he was going through. There's finality there. There's life here, you know, and you can make these choices to do what you want to do. And you know, and I love the fact that you talk about the diversity that we have here, because that's been something that's been a big part of my mindset here recently. And there were some lyrics to a song here recently that really hit me, and it makes me think of everybody in here. We are eagles of one nest. Our nest, the nest is in our soul, and that to me is so true. We all come from different places, but we all are eagles of one nest, and we just need to find those places and be in touch with our emotions and keep them positive.
Wow. Penny.
Like my son's addiction, it almost made me addicted, not to a substance, but to a lifestyle. As a parent, like when Bobby would be using, I spoke about it a few meetings back where, you know, I thought that I could fix him. Impossible. I mean, that's like climbing a mountain and never getting to the top for a parent. You know, the feeling is a very overwhelming feeling when you know your son or your child is doing something that could potentially kill them, harm them, and you are fighting. It's like you're fighting against the tide. You're going and going. It's very exhausting. So it's either do or die for a parent in this sense. You either keep enabling and keep going, you know, in that direction, or you backtrack and you think, okay, where can I change what's going on here? Here.
That's right.
I had to get in my own head and think, you know you're not going to heal him. You know no matter how much you cry, argue, fight, I could have rolled down the steps head first. Please don't. It did not matter. It didn't matter what I said or did. My son had to get to a point, God willing, this is his new point, and he's going to keep just going ahead. That's all I pray for. But it becomes an addiction for me, like an addiction like the worrying, the enabling, the point of like being so bizarre in my own head of thinking thoughts of like, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that, I mean, anything could happen. It's a very, very family destroying thing, drugs, alcohol. And it's nothing that can't be repaired. You have to get in that spot and back up and say, I have to be the adult here. I have to be the mother of this child, because even though Bobby's 31 and a 27, sorry, please don't do anything bad on the 27th there. But seriously, like he's going to be 31. It doesn't matter if Bobby's 50. It is still a point where, like I said, you've got to backtrack. You've got to get to a point. Any parent that's struggling, anybody who's struggling, thinking they can solve this problem, this is where the problem gets solved. Bobby's got to come here. Bob's got to keep coming back here and being with people and hearing positive things, not only from his father and I, and being encouraged at home, but this is where my son, in the past 11 years, was at his finest. For those 4 months that Bobby was coming here religiously, I saw my son again. And that's all I want. We told him, just keep going, Bobby, go back. Go back. I'll drive him. I don't mind driving him. I don't mind dropping him off, anything. This is where my son was at his finest. And I thank you. And I thank anybody here who has encouraged my son in the past and now in the present to be the best that he could be. Because sometimes a parent's got to step back and put their child in someone else's hands. And you, Mr. Crandall, are an angel. And I cannot hear those words. I cannot thank you enough for forming a program like this that has taught my son how to live again. And I ever so graciously thankful to you.
You're welcome. Just don't ever use again. You, Penny, you made me think of something before Chris goes. I was thinking of, I know there's a lot of parents, and I think I'm going to meet one afterwards for the first time tonight too, which I'm looking forward to, but there's a lot of parents that, I'm not one of them because I'm not going to have kids that are going to use drugs, because I'll beat them senseless. All kidding aside, I think of, I don't know where I came with this concept of putting everybody together. I thank God for it. Actually, my former girlfriend is the one that planted the seed of me thinking that, man, this affects more people. We all need to get together when we're sober, not separate, so each side can understand what the other is going through. But Penny, you're making me think of something. I'm sure every parent in here, if your kid or when your kid, if there was a behavior problem at school, which I never had, if there was, academic issues, if there was an issue at school, the right thing to do for the parent is to go have a conference with the teacher to find out what the problem is, not fix the problem for the kid, help the kid when he's helping himself to get the better grade. That's exactly what needs to be done with sobriety, bar none. With all due respect to every other treatment modality out there, I am proud that ours is the first that said, let's put everybody together. Because if you don't do that, how is the other side supposed to understand what the other side needs and how to support that need effectively so everybody can have longevity in sobriety? That's one of the major things I see that is missing with people that struggle, is they go home and there's an argument about you effed up your life or you're better than it or something, and that the person who's battling an addiction is not equipped yet to deal with those emotions, and they do what's normal and they make a choice to use again. But when you start to learn how to effectively cope and your family knows when you're starting to get into a bad mindset, or you can tell your family and they know what to do not only to save their own sanity, but how to help you, anything is you can conquer anything with that. But I think of that. If your child was in trouble at school, you wouldn't just say, go figure it out. You know, you'd call the school, you'd go in for the conference, you'd listen to what the teacher's saying. Little Johnny is, standing on his desk during class or whatever, or he's struggling in math, and they would teach him how to do it and help you help Johnny when he's doing his homework. And this is the same concept. So please remember that. This is a joint effort. It's not you go here, I'll go there, and let's see if we can retain what we learned in the past hour and talk about it. Be in the same thing, man, so everybody knows what's going on. So thank you for talking the way you did, because it made me think of something to say that hopefully made a difference in somebody else.
You're very welcome.
And I'm done. Go ahead.
The question that you posed, how do I maintain longevity in sobriety? And just thinking about that, it's funny because Chris and I were just talking about what you said. Like when I start thinking I got it all together, I'm usually in trouble.
Yeah.
And, one of the sayings that like stands out to me is once I heard recovery is an ongoing journey. It's not a destination, because when you use, like I use personally, I lived in abandoned houses. I stole from my mother and my family. My family didn't want anything to do with me. Was in and out of jails, overdoses. So I started getting these destinations, right? Like I start getting a job, get a paycheck, I get a car, I get a relationship, I get a couple outfits, and then I'm like, okay, check. These are destinations. So now in my mind, I'm recovering. Right. Which I'm recovering things, yeah, but I had to get with, it's more about these, for me, those daily practices that, like Todd texts me at 4:30 a lot of times, like going for a swim, going for a run, every day. Like, right? And I'm not there, but there's some things I do every day. Since the day I got clean, she'll tell you, every day. I reach out to people every day. Pretty much I go to a meeting every day. I read certain meditation books and I pray every day. And these are practices that because I understand it's not a one and done. It's just not. If my mindset says it's a one and done, I'm lost. You know, I'll start backsliding. And as far as the benefits of this, it's like the sky's the limit. But I mean, right now it's like I'm married, right? And I've never been in any type of even halfway healthy relationship in my life. I have my family wants me around, like really wants me around. They don't just want me around to know I'm alive now. They want me around because I add to the family. We're taking our kids to Cedar Point, Saturday, stuff like that. That's what the benefits are. When I leave here, I'm going to a job that knows I'm going to show up. Like these are the benefits to me. Like this is stuff that wasn't happening before recovery. It wasn't even a thought. And now it's like another key part for me is I have to help somebody. Like I can't keep all this bottled up and say I'm good, right? You know, recovery gave me a car and a driver's license. I got to pick somebody up for a meeting. You know, they don't have a car. And sometimes it's as simple as that. I got to help somebody and give this away. If I'm going to keep it, it's going to be ongoing. I have to.
Anthony, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, hey. I'm Anthony. See, this is why I love this stuff, because I can relate to every single person that speaks in these rooms. Like, I don't even need to know you. Jody spoke upon, like, honesty and, speak upon, like, the longevity of sobriety, and it's like, first 2 times I was in recovery, thinking back on it, I was never honest with myself. I was never honest to the point where I gave people reason to help me or a chance to help me, because I was never honest about who I was or what I was doing or what I needed help on. So, coming out here, I just, threw in the towel, man. I just said, whatever I got to do, and I just started becoming honest. And then feedback started coming. And, that's one of my top things that's been keeping me sober. I speak up upon any issue that I'm having in my head. And whether it's good or bad, I need feedback. I don't know how to run my life at all. Not even a percentage. And trust was a huge thing I had to gain. I wouldn't be sitting here 3 months ago telling you that I could tell another man my secrets, or telling another man or asking another man, can I please get some help on this situation? I need some help. Like, I gained so much trust. Like, this man has helped me more than I could ever explain in the 3 months I've been out here. And it's because I gave him a chance to. I gave him a line that he can give me feedback on. Like, this isn't I don't feel like this is a hard program, but I made it so complicated because of the way my mind was set up. I wasn't running right for a long time. And she spoke upon, like, the tough love. Like, I'm grateful my mom gave me that tough love and back when she knew I was out there, because I had to bump my head to see what I was doing. I had to bump my head enough to knock some sense into me, like, man, you got to do this on your own. Like, my mom's not gonna sit there and pull me and get me help. I gotta want this. You know what I mean? And if I don't want it, it ain't gonna happen. I'm either gonna be dead or in prison, period. I'm grateful I didn't catch no charges. I'm grateful I survived June 17th when I was dead on that ground in front of a hospital. God put me in front of a ER door when I dropped dead. You know, like, and now I'm like, I gave my heart to God, and it's like, it's just changed me. This stuff is just not a game to me no more, you know what I mean? And this man spoke upon a smile. My mom will tell you, like, I was the goofiest guy growing up before I started drugs, and that was my life. Me smiling was the brightness of my day. And today, man, when I smile, I got some meaning behind it. Like, I wake up with a smile. I don't care what I'm going through, because I just know God's got me, and whatever I'm in, if I handle it the right way, I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to be just fine. As long as I don't pick up, I'm going to be all right. And, you know, like, I just wish I could help everyone out there, man, that's struggling, but you just got to want it. You know, and if you just keep praying for them, God's going to just touch them, man. He's going to grab a hold of them. And, man, I'm just grateful for this program, everybody in it, man. And with that, I pass.
Joe. Yeah, I really like the honesty aspects, because that's something I've never had with myself or with anybody else. And I've really been taking a lot of action these past couple days and being honest with myself and utilizing the phone numbers I've gotten here. Called really good friends like Jordan and Dan, telling them, you know, I hurt right now, I'm angry and I'm scared, and I need your help. And they were there, you know, gave me some great solid advice, some things I should do, utilizing things I learned in IOP like journaling, telling myself positive things about myself every morning, you know. And that's helped me get through these past couple days. Without those guys, I wouldn't be sitting here right now tonight. And I've been calling my mom probably like 20 times today, annoying the shit out of her. But that's what she's there for. And at one time I had 4 years clean, and I chose to go back out and use. And my mom said she feels like she failed me, but in all reality I failed her because I wasn't honest with her, and I didn't tell her what my mindset was and where I was feeling to go. So I never gave her a chance to help me. And I told my mom tonight, like, I'm sorry if I'm worrying you, but I'm just trying to be honest with you and let you know that it's hard.
Joe, I never BS anybody in here, and a couple weeks ago we were talking about you. Somebody was telling me about one of the comments you made about yourself in here. And we were laughing about it, and I was like, where is that dude, you know, because I haven't seen you in the longest time. And Sherry, just like you, when you walked, I was in AJ's office, or AKA the Eagle's Nest as we call it, and I saw you walking in, and I literally jumped up, ran around outside, and saw you come in just because I was excited to see your little face. You know, I mean, but you talking about how Jordan was helping you, that's what this thing does. And I'm just grateful that you didn't use that. I don't love to see people hurting, right? The calls that I don't want to say I don't have time for. It's the ones that are like, hey man, I effed up. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Pour you another drink? Or drink with you? Or tell you how awesome it was for you to drink? I don't do that. Those are the calls I'm like, I can't help you. You doing that? We can do that all day and help you. And that goes for anybody. If you ask for help, you'll get help. You will get help. Whatever it is you need. We hear that all day. I need. And we're like, okay. I don't think we ever have said no. And we won't. Do the right thing, and the answer is yes. And it's awesome to see. And that's applicable for you too, young lady, doing the same thing. Yep.
I do have one last thing.
Yep.
I wanted to say hi to Stacy, and I'm sorry I haven't been to Soulcore.
You missed a good one today. I heard. I wasn't in there. Mike, and then Carolyn.
The benefits of sobriety for me, they just, I mean, besides all the obvious, it's the ability to make the right choice when life's hardship is really hard. Like when life's really hard, to make the right choice and know that, just knowing the fact that I never have to use drugs or alcohol again is huge to me. And sometimes when it gets hard, thanks to Google, I have a mugshot that I can go back and look at. It's always there on Google. And that person isn't me anymore. And I pulled that mugshot up and I showed it to a couple people today. And it makes me feel good to know that that person isn't me and how far I've came. To realize that I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and that's just awesome. But then, you know, making the right choices when times are hard and being rewarded, I guess. The hockey games, the family trips, seeing my mom laugh instead of cry, or laugh until she cried. Like, you want to go to a hockey game at Little Caesars Arena? Like, they know, like, that, you know, that's, I love hockey, and that's just awesome. I've never been to Little Caesars, and I know why they did it. It's because I was going through some stuff, and I would have never had that if it wasn't for my sobriety and my efforts and my choices. Times are so good. That's right. And a lot of that's faith, and Todd and I talked about this earlier, and faith is not walking through the light, it's walking through the dark. That's right. And knowing that you're going to come out in the light. And it's just, I know coming here today was something I had to do, and it was something I needed to do, it was something I was supposed to do. That was struggling. It wasn't even me, you know. It wasn't even me. It was somebody else. But just to see that, that's a benefit of sobriety right there. Like seeing all your peers pull together and relate, not compare, and just be there for somebody they might not even hardly know. You know. Now I could go on and on about benefits, but that pretty much covers it, man. Just knowing how to make the right choice when times are not good.
I'm just going to share for a minute one of the benefits that my son has. He's closer to 3 years than he is 2 years with making good decisions now. And one of the main benefits for him is that his mama doesn't live in fear anymore. I still have a lot of memories. That first year of sobriety is super tough, because the only thing that changed is that he wasn't using heroin anymore. But that fear and that anxiety was still built up in me. I mean, I kept it inside, but I was just as broken as I was before. And it took him showing us by his actions, and me continually coming here during that first year of sobriety and listening to all the addicts talk and what they needed, helped me to understand what my son needed, and to really be careful about what I said, even though I still felt like I was walking on eggshells. His actions proved to me that he was going to be okay. And I think I had post-traumatic shock, actually, because I had so many triggers every time I would hear an Eminem song or just stupid stuff. I would like have a panic attack. But through my faith, God took those feelings away, and now the memories are there, but none of the emotions are there. And I just am filled with joy. And I do not live in fear anymore. And that freedom of not being so scared about your child is great. And I keep coming just to keep a perspective on my life. Like, who cares if he leaves a glass in the kitchen or he leaves his shoes by the door? He doesn't use heroin anymore. You know, that is key. So, I'm happy.
I was thinking, I wrote it down, and it's my my worst day sober is still better than my best day using.
True that. Jake, you got our poem?
I got it.
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone.